all of us make a lot of decisions daily, weekly, and the question is, are we getting any better at it? Is your decision making better this year than it was last year? And if your decision making is like my tennis game or my golf game, the answer is probably not. And the reason is that most of us don't look at decision making as a disciplined process that has very distinct traps and also very distinct remedies that can be applied. So let me give you sort of a brief overview in a few minutes of what a good decision-making process is really all about. First of all, you want to solve the right problem, what we call frame the issues correctly. In a lot of research, it has been shown that most people solve the wrong problem. And that, of course, makes it difficult to make a good decision. Wrong problems often stem from people uncritically accepting how other people have defined an issue. Proactive decision-making means that you always step away from the issue and say, is this really the crux of the matter that needs to be decided? So all of us have to simplify the situation. That's what frames are about. They are mental constructions that reduce a complex issue to its essence. And different people see different essences, different cores, as lying at the heart of the issue. So we spend a lot of time on thinking about the frame. Is the frame correct for that decision? Once you have framed an issue correctly, then you need to talk about the quality of the data and the intelligence. And people have a tendency to ask for confirming information that confirms their beliefs, as opposed to information that tends to challenge or disconfirm their beliefs. There are other common mistakes people make in intelligence gathering, such as being overconfident. We all remember cases where we are absolutely sure about something and it turned out to be incorrect. As Will Rogers, the famous American humorist, once put it, it is not what we don't know that gets us into trouble, it is what we know that ain't so. That's what gets you into trouble. So after you've asked the right questions, critical thinking questions, then you are done with the diverging phase of decision making. Think of decision making as going through a diverging phase. Then you have to come to terms with some trade-offs. We sometimes call that intellectual turmoil, especially in groups, if you have a debate about who to hire. And then you need to converge it. So the third step is to make a choice, to make a synthesis that says, okay, we're going to hire person A versus person B. And you might think you're done at that point. You've framed the problem, you have collected the right information about these candidates, you've made the right choice. And we think there's a fourth step now, which is learning. Once you hire the person, you'll find out how they work out in your company. And there's an opportunity here to ask, did we really frame it right? And often we don't spend enough time on this auditing phase. So good decision making is about balancing the resources, the attention that go into those four phases, and to do justice both to what the true nature of the problem is. And some problems are more framing challenges, and other problems are more information gathering challenges, and other problems are at their root more trade-off or value conflict challenges. But also you need to recognize what your own biases and limitations are. Some people are good at framing, others are better at asking critical questions. And so both sides, the inner and the outer issues, have to be addressed in better decision making.